What's up, Spartan Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com. Wednesday night at Cocca's Pizza, one of the official sponsors of Spartan football all season long. Again, thanks, Steve Cocca, for a fabulous season representing the Boardman Spartans. And then again tonight in the final Coach's Corner, Week 10. Proud to be joined by Coach Antram. Coach, nice seeing you again.
Good to be back.
Week 10, wow. We talked off air. Joe Itel is the guru of computer stuff. So anytime you can see controls your own destiny as a coach, that has to be a good feeling. Week 10 against a great Canfield team, but an opportunity for the Spartans to push on into the playoffs. Talk about that a little bit.
Right. We're not sitting exactly where we wanted to be, but at least, like you said, we control where we go from here. We're right at 16 right now. 17 and 18 play each other. And obviously Canfield's going to have a lot of points coming with them.
Yeah, that's a good thing. We'll have that one Friday night. Canfield will play the Boardman Spartans. It's going to be a great football game, no doubt, at Spartan Stadium. Last week, Austintown Fitch. Another fast, physical football game. You're down 14-0 at the half. I was at the studio with some guys, and I was like, this can go two ways. They can come out and play, or you can come out and get it handed to you. I hats off, number one, to your staff, to your players and kids. One of the most energetic second halves. Yes, there's mistakes. They're high school kids. There's going to be mistakes, but I thought their attitude and their desire and the passion to win against a quality football team was outstanding. The difference in two halves from your standpoint, what was the difference?
We were able to run the ball that second half a lot better than we did the first. We came out, we went forward on fourth down, dropped the pass on the sideline, but then defense stepped up, helped pin them back, and then Cam had that punt return, and then that kind of set the tone.
Yeah, Cam Thompson with a big punt return made it 14-7, and then you get the ball back after another stop. And one of the best drives I've seen you guys have all year. A lot of different things. You guys running hard. The offensive line did a nice job. You get into the end zone, and it's anybody's game. And unfortunately, and it's a thing where you have to tip Austintown Fitch. They made some big plays on that drive and have a good field goal kicker and got it down to where they could win. Where's this football team at right now going into Week 10?
We're ready. I mean, we have no choice than to be that. But with this senior group, they're keeping everybody on track, and we're going to go out there Friday night and battle.
Well, there's no doubt it'll be a battle. This football team is battled every week, and coming into Week 10, that'll be no different. We'll have the game for you on YSNLive.com Friday night from Spartan Stadium. Injuries. We see it everywhere. The Cleveland Browns, prime example. It's your first year. You have battled through a million different things and a lot of injuries. And everybody in high school football goes through that. But I don't think people understand how hard that is for a staff, for the young men that are hurt, for backups that maybe sometimes are being thrown into things with the schedule that you play that they aren't ready for. How do you see these injuries now compared to where they started to happen in the beginning of the year? Has some guys stepped up, some younger guys, to get valuable reps, I guess, is my question.
Yeah, we've had no choice but to create, some depth on our line. And I remember talking before the Mooney game, listing 5 guys, and we've gone through about 8 of them. And they have. Everybody's taken their turn to step up, move guys around. We went from a guy that wasn't playing any offense to he played tight end half the time, and he started at guard for us last week. So, we've been piecing it together. Trying to keep the scheme simple for them and, implement it as we go. And they've been battling. If you go out there and play physical, tackle, you're going to be a decent football team.
Well, and you know what? I've told you this before. We've become very good friends. I'm impressed with all of you that you've done your first year, the way the kids play, the way they handle themselves. We had you over at the bunker last week. Those first-class kids, no doubt, and first-class families. And let's be honest, high school football sometimes – I shouldn't say sometimes, most of the time doesn't end up the way you want it to end up, or not what you were expecting, but expectations can become reality. With a good win against a Canfield team, those first 9 weeks change. Some of the keys, when you watch Canfield, and we have Coach Pav, and we're proud to be a part of both of you guys, physical football team.
Definitely.
We talked off air. Good start for you. Is that one of the things that you kind of lean on? And the Fitch game, probably not the way you wanted to start it, getting down 14-0.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Like you said, Canfield has a great staff. They're physical, and they have playmakers. So we need to come out early and get a spark early. You know, if we against Fitch, you go back to that. If we have that punt return first quarter,
sure,
you know, it's possibly a different game. But you can't bank on the big play by any means. But we need things to go right early.
Well, hopefully they go right for you early. I've noticed we're with Coach Antram at Coach's Corner. The voice in kind of 10 weeks, your voice kind of changes a little bit, a little crack, a little cold, a little maybe some yelling Spartan fans. Maybe. We won't go into a whole lot of that. As your first year as a head coach, has it been what you expected? Talk about your first year a little bit as you head into this final week.
It's really flown by. Like it's gone so quick. I want it so bad for this senior group. And they do too. I just, I'm ready to put it together Friday night for them.
And yeah, they're this senior group, and I've had a chance to get with a lot of these guys. We'll get with a couple more tonight to talk about this big game with Canfield. And then I think one of the things that impresses me the most about no excuses from any of them, from yourself, from your staff. You could say, yeah, an injury, yeah, a cancellation, those things. Everybody's been through this. When you get to this point and you're in it now and you see these kids, how hard will it be for when it does come to an end? Because for every high school football season, unless you win it all and you're that celebrating team finishing and it comes to an end, how hard will that be with you, with this group that you've become very tight with?
It'll be difficult. I don't try not to live on regrets or anything like that. I wish I was around this group longer.
Sure.
It's going to be difficult. I think about it every once in a while, but I'm not ready to grasp.
No, we're not ready. I'm ready to talk with you for another week. We can get Coach Pav to buy in on one more week for the Spartans to play again. But when you look at Canfield, Brock Lowry, very good quarterback, like you said, some good skill. They'll run the football. I think the one thing that, and you could talk about this, that impresses me about them when we've talked with Coach Pav, similar to you, is I think their offensive line has gotten a lot better from week one till now. When you see them, what are some of your keys to a big win against a good football team?
Like you said, we got to stop Brock. They'll run power with them. They'll run, outside zone with them, and Crawford also. But their line, probably since week 4, I think that new Philly game, they really stepped into their own. Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be a key. We'll have the game for you Friday night, Spartan Stadium. The Canfield Cardinals invading a very big one. The Spartans trying to get that win and get into the playoffs and hopefully talk with you again next week. But I wanted to get to that on my end of it, on behalf of DJ and Brian and Quinn that's with us every week. I can't thank you enough, number one, for the opportunity to be a part of your football team and be with you every week and talk to some quality kids that are good football players that are going to go on and play college football. There's a lot of those guys. It means a lot to all of us, and then especially to you. I've become close with you. I've become friends with you. I notice myself when I'm in the studio or not with YSU, I'm into that game. Like, I appreciate that, and I know you appreciate a lot of things YSN does.
Yeah, I really do. Everything you guys do is great. Treat me like awesome. It's just amazing what you guys do for our program. Our coaches appreciate it. Our administration, just the exposure you give these guys. And the recognition, we appreciate it.
Well, there you have it. If I got to end with this. The biggest key for you to get a win, is it? We talk, and I know when I talk with Coach Pav a lot, if he's like, if we can't stop the run, we're in trouble. If we can't run it, we're in trouble. Is this the type of game that two very good quarterbacks, running backs are both very good? Is it who can run the football better without turning it over wins the game?
Yep. Yeah, Canfield, Boardman, that's what it's going to be.
That's what it's going to be. It'll be a great one on Friday night from Boardman Stadium. Boardman Spartans, Canfield Cardinals, Week 10. Coach, I wish you nothing but the best. I want to talk to you again next Wednesday night here. Wish you nothing but the best. But like I said, hats off to you and your staff, and go enjoy Week 10 and get a big win.
Appreciate it. Thank you.